It's been a long time since smokers have been able to smoke in a public place, such as on an airplane or in a business meeting, until the introduction of a new product hit the market. This product is called an electronic cigarette. Today I'll be explaining to you the controversial issue of electronic cigarettes, also known as e-cigarettes, and whether or not they should be regulated by the Federal Drug Administration. Most of the information I'm presenting to you today was gathered from the Pensacola State website under News and Current Affairs. First, we'll discuss what the background of an electronic cigarette is. Secondly, we'll discuss about how the FDA is trying to regulate these products because they consider them to be a drug delivery mechanism. And thirdly, we'll discuss how the e-cigarette companies oppose FDA regulation, stating that they have no authority or right to regulate them if they contain no tobacco and they are not smoking cessation. So first, we'll look at the definition of what an electronic cigarette is. Electronic cigarettes are composed of a long, narrow tube that houses batteries in them that are rechargeable, that also has a disposable mouthpiece at one end that is full of liquid nicotine. It looks like a cigarette, delivers nicotine like a cigarette, but it takes the water vapor and it also takes the nicotine and combines them together to turn them into a vapor that is inhaled. E-cigarettes have hit the market, promising devoted smokers to get a puff of nicotine that enables them to look, feel, and act as if they're smoking without actually burning tobacco. An article from this magazine in July of 2009 states that e-cigarettes were developed in China and were largely ignored in North America until March of 2011, when the famous actor Leonardo DiCaprio was photographed smoking on an electronic cigarette. Before that moment, 98% of people had no idea what an electronic cigarette was. But with this publicity, however, came some unwanted attention. USA Today reported on July 23rd of 2009 that the Food and Drug Administration was wanting to take an aim at electronic cigarettes. A local news article in the Tampa Tribune dated July 5th of 2009 indicated that e-cigarettes inhabited a legal gray area. Officially, the FDA considers them a drug delivery device and wants them to go under with scientific investigation before they can be sold in the United States. E-cigarettes do not fall under the FDA's new jurisdiction with smoking, which don't contain tobacco. But the FDA believes that they should regulate e-cigarettes as they sell a new product, like any other nicotine product like patches and nicotine inhalers, which are only available by prescription. In addition, according to the Bradenton Herald in Florida, August 2009, FDA issued a report announcing that tests showed that e-cigarettes contain carcinogens and toxic chemicals, including diethylene glycol, which is an ingredient used in antifreeze. According to an article in the St. Petersburg Times on August 6, 2009, the FDA asserts it's protecting its customers. It's unclear how the e-cigarettes affect the health of their users. The FDA also contends that they want to regulate e-cigarettes so it can be sure that the people who are getting the cigarette are getting a regulated dose of nicotine and there are no far-reaching health effects that come from a long-term use. Until they're safe and effective for their users, the FDA can't say they're any better for you than smoking a normal cigarette. On the other hand, an article dated October 12th of 2009 by the Daily Herald of Illinois states the backers of e-cigarettes contend what is produced is much safer for you than regular cigarettes, and they're a smoking alternative because there's no smoke or combustion involved. The FDA studied 18 cartridges from 2 different manufacturers, but that's not enough, electronic cigarette advocates say, to make blanket conclusions. Only one of those examples contained diethylene glycol. Furthermore, a Los Angeles Times article dated October 26, 2009, states that the marketers of the electronics have sued, arguing that the FDA has no jurisdiction over them because, unlike nicotine patches or gum, which the agency does regulate, e-cigarettes are not a smoking cessation and do not contain tobacco, so they are more of a way for the smokers to divert from actually smoking tobacco. In closing, we have discussed what the definition of an electronic cigarette is. Secondly, we've also discussed how that they consider them to be drug delivery mechanisms, and they want to make sure that they're safe for the citizens who are using them. And thirdly, we cover the opposition and how the market opposes that the FDA regulates them, because they are more of a safe smoking alternative rather than a smoking cessation device. Following a crackdown on smoking in public, the dispute over e-cigarettes also raises new questions about personal freedom, public health, addictive drugs, and government regulation. It also begs the question, is this the future of smoking?